Hello, everyone. My name is Bailey Bagby. I'm doing my presentation on how sugar affects memory. Aside from psychology, I'm also very passionate about nutrition and fitness. I've been teaching it for 2 semesters now to high schoolers. I really enjoy it. Combining my education of the two really helps me understand this topic. So what is sugar's function? Our bodies only require one type of sugar called glucose, also known as carbohydrates. In fact, glucose is considered the #1 food for the brain and is very important for fueling other parts of the body as well. It's in many foods like pasta, breads, fruits. Other types of sugars, the main ones, fructose, sucrose, and lactose. In simple terms, think fructose being fruit sugar, sucrose being table sugar, and lactose being dairy sugar. These natural sugars provide benefits to us in the right quantities, but added sugars like in candy or Coca-Cola are considered empty calories and they do not provide nutritional value. So eating too much sugar, it depends. Every individual has a different body mass index and therefore different requirements of sugar intake. This takes some math to figure out, which we're not doing right now. But just know consuming too much sugar may lead to impaired memory functions on top of obesity, diabetes, and even an increased risk of Alzheimer's. So evidence on impaired memory function from too much sugar is the only controversial side effect. However, I did find a research article that demonstrated this. The study recorded data from rats drinking sugar water, and they found impaired memory along with spatial learning. There was evidence of damage to the hippocampus too, which we all know is crucial for these things. In another population-based study, they found that high sugar intake was significantly inversely associated with cognitive function. They determined this using mini mental state examinations on participants. This is essentially a questionnaire used to check for cognitive impairment. In addition, there was a dietary pattern study that a man named Gustav Rothenberg performed, analyzing the dietary pattern of Alzheimer's disease. The patients had all had a high intake of refined sugar, along with high fatty foods, in comparison to the control group, which would obviously be people without Alzheimer's. Moving on to obesity and diabetes. Obesity only continues to get worse, right? It affects over 100 million Americans, according to the CDC this year. Empty calories consumed from added sugars is obviously a culprit. Although sugar doesn't directly affect or cause type 2 diabetes, you're much more likely to get it if you're overweight. Obesity also affects memory, but we're not going to get into that. It's a whole other topic. In conclusion, overconsuming any sort of substance, even the healthy ones, has negative effects. So this topic shouldn't have been very surprising, but if we don't educate people, things will continue to escalate. Thank you so much. Here are my references.